Hello everybody and welcome back to another 2 versus 2 domination game in Total War Warhammer 3. In this one I am playing the Vampire Counts, led by a Blood Dragon Vampire Lord on a Zombie Dragon, very strong duelist with debuffs for enemy troops. For the rest of my army I have brought 5 Grave Guards, one of them the Sternsman, just a lot of infantry to start off, and I will summon in the faster elements later down the line. My ally is playing the WElves and he has brought Drycha together with this thematic bodyguard of the Firebark Elders and some Dryads. He also brought some WElf units though, in the form of these Hawk Riders up here, 2 War Dancers, 2 Eternal Guards, a Glade Guard with Starfire shafts, fire damage on the arrows, and a Glade Rider with spears over here. Our enemies are the Warriors of Chaos and Slaanesh. The Warriors of Chaos player has a very elite small army to start off, with Festus the Leech Lord with his incredibly strong healing, supported by Herald Hammerstorm, 2 Aspiring Champions, the Severed Claw, and back here 2 Marauders, one of them with great weapons. This is a tough build to fight. The Slaanesh player has also brought quite a thematic starting army. Sigwald the Magnificent, supported by his Mirror Guard, always good to see. For the rest of his army he has brought 3 devoted Marauders of Slaanesh, 2 Demonettes, a Fiend over here, and a Cultist of Slaanesh with the Demonette summon. Alright, let's get into this. As you can see, I have deployed on the low ground, facing off against the Warriors of Chaos player, while my ally is up on the high ground, facing the Slaanesh player. I immediately see though that this will be a very tough fight for me. The Vampire Counts once were a very nice faction to fight in blobs, but this Warriors of Chaos build is much better than I would be in a straight up melee blob fight with Festus's healing and these very tanky low model count infantry. Maybe if I had a Mortis engine or something, corpse cards, it would be possible, but not like this. I go in for a breath attack, but this one completely misses, sadly. And I even get some throwing axes into the dragon's face for that, sadly. Oh well. Yeah, I'm still going up here, but yeah, I see that there's no point in fighting this. I would just be ground down into dust, and so I last moment decide to just path all my Graveguard up to the high ground to support my WElf ally against this Slaanesh player up here. Already sending up some Vargeist there, although I see these Marauder Horsemen and yeah, I wanna jump them now, I think. Yeah, it doesn't work so well though. He gets one horseman there, but it's not a good trade. I'm getting axes into the face all the time. I thought these Vargeist would, well, if they had a better angle, I guess they could have done some damage, but like this is not good. Up here, the fight has started. WElves against Slaanesh. War Dancers are very strong. They will murder the way through these devoted Marauders and the Demonettes together with a pit of shades that Riker dropped there. Over here, it won't go so well on the other hand for the Eternal Guards. This fight is good though. The Firebark Elders are one of the most tanky monstrous infantry in the whole game. I've seen them hold for whole games. Slaanesh player summoned in another fiend, so 2 fiends of Slaanesh here. Tried to go for the Wooded backline, but got caught up by these Glade Riders. The fiends will beat the Glade Riders, but it's not a good trade. They should be fighting heavy infantry. My Graveguard are slowly arriving up here on the high ground, while the Warriors of Chaos player is following me. We are both very slow. Graveguard with 27 speed, these aspiring champions even more. Vampires are very slow, I guess. Yeah, I leave one Graveguard behind just to hold up this blob. I don't even want to fight it, I just want to keep it at bay. It will take a bit to get through these Graveguard. And we are heavily winning this fight up here now with my support. Although these fiends are doing more damage than I expected, they murdered their way through my Vargeist. Up here I decided to go for a snipe on Sigvald. It's working alright so far. Sigvald is a very tanky lord in his own right, with his regeneration and high melee stats. But so is the Blood Dragon Vampire Lord, and Sigvald is surrounded by all this infantry. Still, maybe I should have used the Blood Dragon Lord a bit differently in this situation. Doing good damage on Sigvald though, for now. The blob has killed this Graveguard. Although it... because of the skill on Herald Hammerstorm, he can cause vampire units to rout, as we can see here. Normally they would crumble, but I guess he turns them mortal or something for a while, and so they run away from the fight instead of just disappearing. That's why I probably also will forget about this Graveguard for a while. Oh well. Yeah, the fight up here is going alright, and we push further into the enemy's territory here. I sent all my Graveguard onto point 1, Sternsman, 2 other Graveguards. And yeah, the snipe on Sigvald is going alright. He still manages to stay alive for now, while I just send unit after unit into this blob. Something needs to contain it at least. I don't want the blob on point 2 that much. But yeah, the enemies are ahead on victory points for now. Almost double of ours. It was a bit stressful at this point. But yeah, we have point 1 and point 2. Although the enemy might very well take point 2 from us now with this blob. Then again, I don't think these aspiring champions and stuff have that good of a capture weight. And the Marauders were left down here on point 3 to defend it. So yeah, separated like this, this blob is still very dangerous, but they would have been much more dangerous with the support of chaff units, like these Marauders down here. I think about diving in onto Festus for a second, but he's still too close to these Severed Claw and Herald Hammerstorm for my liking, so I just drop a breath attack. It does good damage on Festus. Festus is a very not tanky lord, I guess. Squishy. Himself. He makes everything around him tanky, but he himself is not tanky. And yeah, I drop in with a Blood Dragon Vampire Lord and he gets a great attack, separating Festus from the rest of this infantry, pushing him out, and yeah, he's dead out there. Herald is close though. Should get some attacks on my Vampire Lord. I send in the Devils of Schwarzhofen, Bargeists, also very nice. After Festus. And yeah, Festus again gets pushed. And generally this Warriors of Chaos blob here is not doing that well at this point. We are just surrounding them from all sides, and yeah, Festus gets routed, and that's pretty much the end for him. He's too slow to escape us now. And with Festus falling, the rest of this Warriors of Chaos infantry will also fall. Over here, it's not going so good for us though, on the other hand. We are losing 0.1. And the enemy still has a big victory ticket lead on us. Yeah, Slaanesh takes it. Exalted Demonettes of Slaanesh will murder the way to a lot of the units that we have here. Just some Graveguard left and the Enigmas of Gyron. This is a very strong unit though, also. Similar, I guess, to the Firebug Elders in their tankiness. Although they are also a good damage dealer. And yeah, we lose this point, that's pretty bad for us. So I decide to go after point 3 at the state of the battle, as there are only these 2 Marauders defending and I can easily break them off with just my Vampire Lord, basically, and these Vargeis will make it even quicker. Also send them some Graveguard for the capture weight on point 3. Back here, Herald is still alive. He's super tanky and generally a strong hero. But yeah, he doesn't matter that much for the fate of the battle anymore. He's completely alone here. If these Blade Singers would decide to jump on him, they would probably also kill him. And these war guys will also do some good damage. Knocking him over. Shameful display, for sure. And yeah, it's very stressful though. The enemies are still far ahead in victory tickets. Looking pretty bleak for us. Getting pushed off this point decisively. Drycha is dying. But yeah, we still managed to hold on to point 2. We have some infantry and stuff here. I decide to just reinforce it with some Crypt Horrors, not pushing up to point 1 anymore. They have so much here. And we will take point 3 from them soon. My ally also sends in some Dryads there to reinforce. They are so much faster than the Graveguard that I summoned. The 27 speed really shows. Oh well, they're trying their best on the little skeleton feet. And yeah, we take point 3. Also still have point 2. And yeah, it's very tight though at this point. And I'm not sure if the enemy would win on just 1 point, so I'm very stressed out. Also, the Warriors of Chaos player sends in some more stuff to contest point 3. Some Chaos Warriors with Halberds, some Marauders. Although these units alone wouldn't be able to take this point. Maybe with the support of these 2 Marauder Horsemen. But yeah, the Dryads are very strong units. They will kill off these Marauders easily. And the Cryptoros in combination with the Graveguard should be able to deal with the Chaos Warriors. Vampire Count Lord up here. I see this Seeker Chariot, the Allurus on the Seeker Chariot. Very nice looking model. Basically a giant lawnmower, fantasy lawnmower with a chick on top. But yeah, this unit is only good against infantry, and if it gets swamped by large targets like these Vargeist and the Vampire Lords, the Blood Ring Vampire Lord, yeah, it will just die off, and that's a very bad situation for the Slaanesh player, as this is an expensive unit that shouldn't die like this. Damage values are pretty similar all around the board, although with healing being taken account from me, I've dropped a bunch of invocations of Nehek, and the Festus healing. I guess we are still pretty much on the same ground with on damage values. Down here, the Chaos player sends in more infantry to contest this point. Forsaken, 2 Chaos Warriors as Hellbirds. It's a strong combination. Very strong infantry. But then again, so are Eternal Guard, Grave Guard, and generally infantry supported with monstrous infantry do very good, in my opinion. And experience. Drycha actually is still alive up here. That's very impressive. For all this time she managed to stay alive here. And yeah, the Wood Elf player sees the situation with our victory tickets and pushes hard towards point 1 again. I also support him a bit with a few Crypt Horrors and Vampire Lords. But I keep these Sternsmen back here for now. While the Warriors of Chaos infantry arrives at point 3. Although I'm placed my infantry in exactly the position so the infantry can't have all the capture weight on here for now. Also recharge with the Vargeists, and yeah, this should be an alright fight for us. Yeah, looks good. The Forsaken are already half health, although these Chaos Warriors are still a problem. I don't want Festus to combine with these Halberd Warriors, as they would protect him from any sniping attempts. At least for a bit. So I come down with the Blood Dragon Vampire Lord again. I think I will immediately send him after Festus. The victory tickets are very dangerous for us. Just a bit more than 100 points is what our enemies would need at this point to win. While we still need 300. It's not looking that good. Slaanesh still holds on to point 1 for now. So are we holding on to point 3 though, gladly. Even though the Warriors of Chaos player is really pushing hard with the Hellstriders, Horsemen, all this stuff. They're very close to taking point 3 from us. Although we are holding on with a sliver to it. There I think we get the capture weight again. No, they still have it. But yeah, we break off these Hellstriders, and that frees up a lot of units here that can be sent into this fight. Festus doesn't have Harald Hammerstorm this time to defend him as his bodyguard, just these Chaos Warriors. The Devils of Swartzhoven. Oh, they thought about recharging, but I sent them after this aspiring champion now. They should do very nicely in this fight with their armor piercing and high stats. And this infantry isn't even dangerous for us right now. They're not damage dealers, but tanky holding units, and they don't have the capture weight anyway. We see the enemy is so close to winning. 20 points, 15 points now, while we still need around 70. But there we go, we take point 1 from them also, while they are only 12 points away. Such a close game. Really fun. The WElves player, my ally, played very nice. So did the enemies. If only they would have held on to one more point for a bit longer, they would have won easily. But yeah, there we go. GG's to our opponent, and I hope you enjoyed, and have a good day.